Mm. What are you doing today, by the way?
I am working on some YouTube videos.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
I'm so happy about that.
I know.
We
Yeah.
need more YouTube
Progress.
videos from.
I know.
We need more YouTube videos from you. I love it. Look at your beautiful smile, and I could just watch you teach and coach all day. What's this thing doing? What's wrong with this thing?
It says
There it is.
live on my end.
Yeah, we good. We good. Nicole Henderson,
Yes.
greetings, greetings. How are you doing this beautiful day?
I'm doing well. I am so excited to learn. This is something that's been on my heart for a while. So I'm ready.
That's ironic. When we talked, I don't know, it's been maybe a month ago, you have mentioned it to me. Time goes by, and now here we are. So, a month later, I wanted to kind of, man, make a decision, make it happen. And you gave me this time, and here we are.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. I think it's important to give back,
Hmm.
and I'm not so far ahead, but I do know that I would rather rent out my starter family home to someone who needs to start out,
Hmm.
and being in a great neighborhood and a family friendly neighborhood. I just want to do everything right because I know there's rules that come to it.
That's true. That's true. Let's do this. Round up family. Nicole, we're on her time today. Thank you for joining us. Nicole has already taken care of this for you. This is complimentary for you. Nicole's taking care of the consultation for today. So it's on. This is on her, and she agreed to let me share with the world this training today to kind of go over this Section 8 thing. So start from the top. Tell me a little bit about what brings us here. I want to get a quick understanding of where we are regarding the unit that you're looking to rent out on Section 8.
Okay. All right. It's a single family house. It's 3 bedroom, two
Three,
bath.
2.
It's a 2 story.
How many square feet?
1,645.
1,600. That's fine. I don't need to know the full. Okay.
And then has a single car garage
Okay. It's
attached.
got a garage too.
Yes.
That sounds really nice.
It is. It's just that I have 3 kids now and me, and it's only a 3 bedroom.
Okay. You need more space. You're moving up. You're going to rent it out as your plan.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you the problem now. I guess during this crisis, I don't know. I'm glad you're doing. What brings you to Section 8 though? Regarding why not just doing it a regular tenant?
Well, that's another thing. So I'm a single mom, right? And the way Section 8 works, where we are, they send people out to do inspections on the home, and they do a few a month. And that's better to me than having um, one of the services that are supposed to come out and do it themselves. So, and then also, you know that you're going to get your money guaranteed. And
It's true.
I want to help because sometimes just being in a different environment, a family can grow so much.
You're right.
So I'm just ready.
So you're doing it for personal reasons as well as business, is what you're telling me.
Absolutely.
I don't hear that a lot.
Really?
I don't get that a lot. No, most people are
Really?
just trying to. Well, for me, let me tell you, round up. Thanks for joining us. We're here with Nicole. We're talking about how to get your property set up on Section 8, and I am making a real estate investor's guide to Section 8 housing. If you're interested in having and getting on the list to receive that, there will be a link in the video description where you can get an email when it gets complete. And thank you, Nicole, for helping me with this. My thing was, there's got to be a family out there that can't possibly afford to live in a nice property, but would be willing to take care of it to the utmost if you make sure it's good for them to move into. Is that where you're at as well?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I've
Ye-
already started updating some things. Yes.
Okay, so you're updating stuff already.
Yes.
I'm just looking here. I knew that there had to be. I knew that the universe, because a lot of people kind of frown. Well, I don't know about it around the entire country, but around here, people kind of frown at the Section 8 program because they think that the person is going to tear up their property.
Right. There's a stigma. Yes, definitely.
There you
There's
go.
a stigma that they're going to tear it up, and you're going to have to do so much work to get it back
Get it
together.
back. That's
And
right.
that that everybody that's on Section 8 is, like these, like, don't know how to
Deadbeat.
take care
Yeah.
of anything, or don't value anything. And that's not the truth.
That's not true. However, I want to make sure for our listeners, they can be true.
Right. That's
it
true.
can be true. Generally speaking, generally speaking, it's not true. However, I want to make sure our listeners know that they can tear your stuff up. Yeah, they can do that. For the most part, they're not going to do that. But we're going to go over some things today to verify that they won't. Because I'm telling you, I love my Section 8 residents. They take care of the stuff. Matter of fact, you can get them to participate in some of the repairs if you lower their security deposit. See, I don't even care about the security deposit because I know you're going to get, let's say it's $1,000 a month or whatever. You got $12,000 coming in for the year. Well, I'm worried about a $1,000 security deposit. I mean, what's coming in, so you can build that money up over time. I'm making it simple, but you can negotiate with that. You can help them. You can say, look, pay $500 and you do some of the repairs. There's so much you can do with Section 8 residents. I love them. I'm here to tell you.
Wow. I'm excited.
Yeah. All right. So let me do this. I'm trying to click these buttons. So the first thing is we need to know you got three bedrooms, 2 baths. Have you been on the Go Section 8 website to verify what is going to be the rent reasonableness in your area? Do you know that?
No, I do not. What's the website?
It's called Go. Let me see if I can pull it up for us. How about that? Go. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. I'm gonna share my screen, Nicole, so we can see it. All right, round up. So the first thing you're gonna do when you're going trying to rent your property on Section 8 is go to Go Section 8. We're here to help. More information. COVID. Okay, they got all that. COVID surveys. I didn't even know this. Let's look at this. Renters experience loss of income. 67% of renters surveyed have experienced loss of income due to COVID-19. Of those, over 62% are likely to seek out government rental assistance. Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
95% of renters surveyed are concerned that their ability to pay rent without government assistance due to COVID-19 continue to be impacted. Yeah, okay, that's a survey. So either way, you're good. If COVID, even if what if my Section 8 tenant loses their job? Should your tenant experience a loss of income, your public housing agency may reduce the tenant's portion. Great. Of the rent. This is exactly why I do this. And we will increase the government paid share to help keep your rental income whole. Wow. Did you hear that?
I did.
I'm gonna repeat that. The public housing if they lose their job, the public housing agency may reduce the tenant's portion of the rent and increase the government's paid share to help keep your rental income whole. To request an interim change, the family must contact the PHA to receive their voucher from and ask for a change of family income form. This is why I love it. Nicole, this is exactly why I do Section 8. Look at that. That is so cool.
Yeah.
They're going to take care of these people, y'all. So just keep that in mind. Even if they lose their job or income, you're still getting your money. That's cool. So let's see. Rentals. I'll just sign. Well, I might have to sign in rentals. Let's look at rentals. You are what? 2-3. Let's just put Newport News. Now we'll say that Newport News is not they don't pay the highest.
You can put in there Fort Eustis.
It don't matter. They don't even. This for the whole city. No. I have one waterfront house, right? I will tell you this in Newport News, they do pay the lowest. Okay, I remember when I tried to go put one of my units waterfront on the James River, right? I was only going to get $875. They have this thing called the rent reasonableness. study that they do. That's what we're going to check here to see what they're renting for.
Really?
But Hampton pays a lot, way more. It's a 1-bedroom. Let's see. Here's a 2-bedroom for $819. 1-bedroom for $725. How much were you thinking, Nicole?
At least 13.
1,300. You got 3-bedroom, right? Let's see.
Yeah.
Price low to high.
3-bedroom and a garage.
How come I can't see the rest of these? Oh, see, oh, here we go. I'm sorry. Williamsburg, Hampton, Newport News. Oh man, waiting list closed. That don't matter to you. Rentals. Affordable rentals in Newport News. Available now, 2-bedroom. How come I can't get to the 3-bedroom? See, okay, that's a that one now. It says it's 65. Oh, here it says it's 65 listings, Nicole, but I can't seem to get. Let's go for it. Okay, here we go. 3-bedroom, 1-bath, $1,000. 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,100. 3-bedroom, huh?
It's 2 baths.
Yeah, no, I'm just reading what. I'm sorry. I'm reading. Okay, yours is 2. So we got 1,600 here, 700 here. So you can kind of get a feel for what people are asking for. Oh, here we go down here. 4-bedroom, 900 there. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,300. Here's where you. Okay, we're Wilderness Way. So it looks like you're not out of the realm of what people are asking for. 1,300 there. 3-bedroom, 875. So you're anywhere from 875 to the highest is 1,600. So I would say 1,300 would be fair. You may have to go to 1,250 or something. I don't know. So these are the rentals. You can go in here, round up wherever you're at. Go and check. Make sure you check. If you're asking for 2,000,
go Section 8.
Yeah, right here. Go section8.com. That's where you get started. This is where you get started. And round up, go ahead and get your questions in too. We're gonna go over question Q&A too, as long as Nicole's here, if she doesn't mind. Nicole, so start there. The next step you're gonna do is go make sure you go down to the office too, because some people, believe it or not, a lot of our tenants don't have access regularly to the internet.
Okay.
All right, and the phone does work good, but you still go down to the voucher office. You know, get your mask and everything, and fill out the paper. It's a 1-page sheet, because a lot of people, I'm telling you, they go down there, they catch the bus, they go down there, or they get a cousin to take them to the to the office.
And this is the Section 8 office.
It's called for you, it's going to be called the Newport News Housing and Redevelopment Authority. And you can click right here, housing agencies. It'll tell you where they are. Newport News Redevelopment and Housing Authority. Waiting list closed. And there's the address right there, 2709 Jefferson Avenue.
Oh, that's downtown. Okay, yep.
Yep, just go right downtown. They'll love. I'm telling you, they love to see our landlords. They love you. They love you. It's so weird, and I'm not saying this is right or wrong, good or bad. When the tenants show up, they got a little different posture as when the landlords show up. They're like, come on in, get Chris. They love you, man. What up, Mr. Haskins? You know, and I'm not saying that they're doing it on purpose, but they're happy because you're helping them. You know, everybody's like, I need help. I need help. I need a house. I need a house. I need a house. But when you get there, they're like, what you got for us? How can we help you? What houses do you have?
Right. Okay, that's good. That's good.
And the phone number's right there. I would not fax it in. No, I would take my butt down there.
Yeah, I'll go down there.
I would. So that's your first step. All right. What else? You got any questions you want to go over before I keep going, or what?
Nope. I'm right. I'm Gonna go there, go fill out the 1-page sheet, meet them there. Nope, I'm ready.
Yep. So the next thing you're gonna do, you're gonna get calls. People gonna start calling, right?
The tenants.
Mm-hmm.
The tenants are gonna start calling me. So
That's
basically
right.
they list me. And then the tenants start calling me and saying, okay, I
Yes.
have a voucher. Okay. So I guess my question would be, how many people would be allowed to live here? Like, it's only a 3-bedroom. I know it doesn't have to just like, when if it's like a mom and 4 kids or 5 kids, like, is she allowed to like double them up? Is she?
Yeah. It all depends. Like if I don't think that I need to verify this, but I don't think they allow boy and girl to live in the same bedroom, but
Right, they
every
don't.
family's different. Every family's different. I've had that I have one resident that has a special needs child, so she gets her own bedroom. Sometimes they require the two, if it's the same sex children, to have a bedroom, but they'll tell you that when they call in. It all depends on the person.
Oh,
You
okay.
you
So
get
it's
to
not.
decide whether you want somebody with a bunch of dependents or not. It's up to you if you want to take them in.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
All
Just
right, so
one.
they're gonna start calling.
Okay. So
You
now
got
they're
to let them see
starting
the
to call
house.
me, right?
This is what I
And so
did.
I get to interview them, correct?
There you go.
See, that's another
There you
reason that I like it. Is because you get to interview the families and you can get a better gauge on who should be living in your neighborhood. Because, like
That's
I
right.
said, this is a good neighborhood. It's family oriented. Like, I don't want no drama,
Yeah.
and
Weed
I
smoking.
also want someone who's trying to move to the next level.
Hmm. They are, and you can smell. I'm telling you, the best thing for me when I interview people, your nose. They smell like weed. I mean, you can smell it. I'm like, look, you smell like weed. It means you're gonna be smoking up in the crib. I don't want nobody smoking in the house. We don't allow smokers. It would tear your place all to pieces.
That's right. And I'm a registered nurse. So
Mhm.
there's no smoking going
Yeah,
on in this house. Like,
good.
yeah.
You can smell it. So you interview them. They're gonna start coming. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody's gonna have a story. Wow, blah, blah, blah. The person you're looking for, Nicole, is the lady that has lived in the previous resident or the current resident for 3 years or more.
Okay.
3 years or more, because we do 3-year leases. And when they get there, listen, I set them down with a straight face. Look, Miss Smith, we do 3-year leases. Do you have a problem with that? You got to say it with a straight face. We do
Okay.
3-year leases. Do you have a problem with that? Do it just like that. Usually they say, oh, no, I don't.
Gotcha.
And when you get the lease, I'll give you my lease. Our leases are 1 year because you can't turn a 3-year lease into the housing department. So
Right.
1-year lease automatically renewed for 2 years. All right, because they're
Okay.
not going to let you turn in a 3-year lease. And you'll get this roundup if you go ahead and if you go to the link roundup in the video description, the Real Estate Investor's Guide to Section 8 Housing. I'm almost done with it. I'm moving slow because I got kids here, daddy, daycare, wife, everybody. Go to the link, sign up, just join our list so you'll know when the Section 8 module is done. You get all my docs, all my application, the lease, the inspection forms, all that stuff. So you got to want somebody 3 years or more. What happens is people, I don't know why they like to move in one place. Move 1 year, move 1 year. I'm like, look, I don't even want to take your money. If you're not interested in staying in my place for 3 years, then I don't want to take your application fee.
Right. Right.
So they're coming in and out, coming. You find that lady. What I do, we stop by for a visit. You can choose to do that or not. I go by to see where they're living. Like, look, hey, Miss Smith, you know what? I just happen to be in the area where you live. You mind if I just stop by for a visit? Now, being a female, maybe a little different. Take somebody with you, maybe. I don't know. But I want to know. I'm
Right.
telling you.
Right.
I did a home visit one time, Nicole. The landlord just happened to be there. He was standing behind the tenant. He was like, doing like this, trying to get my attention. He's like, don't rent, don't do it.
Oh, that's horrible.
I can't make this up. It
Oh,
was
that's
down there on
horrible.
Tidewater Drive, as you get towards downtown. Dude was like, "Yo, do not rent it." It was roaches. I'm like, I'm so glad I came to visit this home. You don't know how these people are living.
Mm-mm.
So that's on you. I recommend doing that. If not, I
No,
mean,
I would definitely no. I would definitely. I will. Sure will. Because I mean, it's too much. Like it's too much at risk.
to
Because
tear it up.
my neighbors, I care about my neighbors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want them in no mess. Like,
Hmm. There you go. All right, so you get applicate. Then you'll do the applications. We charge $35 or 30. You can charge whatever you want. $30, and we do background checks. Just go to the website. Hey, this is how we do it. No, you really with a Section 8 tenant, right? You don't necessarily care about their credit.
right,
Let me tell you what we don't. I don't care about their credit, right? I don't
right,
care if they had a car repo, if they got a medical bill, or they've got a behind credit card payment. It's irrelevant to me.
right,
It's irrelevant, right? I know people are like, well, your credit. Who cares? Who
right.
cares?
Yeah,
Because the government is paying a rent, so it's like
right,
there's
right.
no reason to be all strict on this stuff. So, but you do want to look for criminals. So I'll show you in Virginia.
Okay,
Round up,
what's
I'll show you
the
the screen.
website?
It is www.courts.state.va.us. And round up, this will come in you'll get a whole module of video training on. If you go ahead and sign up below, just go and register for the Real Estate Investor's Guide to Section 8 housing. I'm working on it now. You're gonna get all this in the training module. Go here. You're gonna see what type of evictions they've had. You're gonna go to online services. Shoot, I'll pull one up for you. Case information, general district court. And if you don't live in Virginia, this is in every state in the country. They have somewhere where you can find the court filings online. I promise you. You can find all the court filings online. There's somewhere. All this stuff's online. Everything's online, right? It's not like they don't have. It's not like they're not putting stuff on everybody's putting stuff online now. All right, let's go and look at one. I got an application here, right here. I just happen to have one here. Somebody put one in. Let's take a look at them. Oh, let's type me in. We'll type me in, see what I got. So for you, you're gonna go to
I just
Newport
want to see that
News.
parking ticket, Chris.
You can, yeah. I don't know. We'll pull me up. I'm transparent as I'm like this. My wife hates it. I'm transparent. Newport News, criminal. Let's see what I got. Name search, Haskins, Chris. Make sure you go to all. This is all criminal stuff. Search. So I'm clean. Your boy's clean.
All right.
For criminal, let's go to Newport News civil. Let's see what I got in civil. And I don't care about traffic. That's irrelevant. That's Chris. All. Okay, so these are people that I had to evict. Plaintiff, right?
Oh.
I had to evict this lady last year. And this is an old one. We didn't go to court. He was a business partner. So you can see it all. It comes up right there, roundup. You need to know what the stuff is. You have to know what's going on with your tenant. All right, so I'll pull up another one here. What is this? This is Hampton.
So you did general district?
General District Court. And this is the Civil Division of General District Court. Got one here. Let's see. Thanks. Oh, let's see if we got anything here. So here's a warrant. This is a tenant that I had to apply. She's got a warrant in debt. That's just I don't care about that stuff. You got anybody you want to put in here?
No.
Let me show you what mine looks like in Hampton, though. Round up. This is what your boy looks like in Hampton.
You probably got a whole bunch of evictions.
This is me. Yeah. This is your boy. So you see, plaintiff, that's me. This is all my file. This is just one page. I could go page for I could keep going. What you're looking for in Virginia roundup is unlawful detainers. That is where they have been evicted. And I don't even care. Can I make this bigger? Okay. I don't even care, roundup, if they've got an unlawful detainer before they got the voucher, before they got their government assistance, because That's irrelevant. If they couldn't pay their rent before, we know that they can at least pay whatever the portion it is now, right?
Hmm.
So if they got an eviction, so man, I could pull up so many of these. Shit,
So you
just pick
said you
one.
don't care if they've had an eviction before?
Before, long as it's before they got their voucher. All right, okay.
Gotcha. Because if
Because
they got
they
one
were
after the voucher, then you just know they not trying to do the right thing.
that's a problem. That's a problem. If it's before the voucher, I can understand. You were barely making it. A lot of people are waiting to get their vouchers, Nicole. So they're like, look, I was waiting 5 years to get my voucher. I was scrambling, but you can see ever since 2018, whatever, I've been good. So we're looking for unlawful detainers in Virginia. I don't know what it's called in your state. You can just Google eviction filings. It'll come right up, the name of it. So you can look in here. Shoot, Chris Haskins. Sometimes I had to evict the whole place. You see, I put occupants. Sometimes I had to evict if I don't even. So anyway, if you put anyway, this is not about evictions. I won't even go into that. I won't go into evictions. But what you got any questions on evictions though? On what you're looking for when you're looking for the background check? All right.
Not
So
right there. I got those.
unlawful detainers and criminal,
Yep.
all we care about. And when you tell them, listen, I'm just doing a soft background check just to verify your rental history, and that's it. I don't care about your credit. I don't care about it because I know the rent's gonna get paid. A lot of landlords they're real sticklers for that. I don't know why.
You said looking for criminal behavior.
Criminal charges. Let's see if I got any criminal. I don't know. I might have some. I think I did anything in Hampton. I'm good.
Okay.
Let's look for Smith. What's Jeff Smith. Common name, right? So this is what will come up. You'll see charge. Defective equipment, speeding, following too close. Let's see. Nothing here is bad.
Good.
What you're looking for is scary is assault and battery.
Okay.
John. Here we go. Cavius, I don't know what that means. And here's bad too. Use of a firearm in the felony first offense. Definitely don't want to deal with that person, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're looking for. Drink and people that are acting crazy. Drink. Oh shit! Y'all don't see this.
Okay.
You didn't tell me you couldn't just listen along. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is what see this use of firearm. These are no. Driving on a suspended license. I might give them a break if they're a single parent. I know they're just trying to make it happen.
Right.
Failure to appear. I don't like that. Drinking in public. I definitely do not like that. That means you're just reckless.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got? Failure to carry exhibit license. I don't mind that. Another drunk in public. Damn. So little things, traffic stuff I can deal with, but it's the criminal that I'm looking for mostly.
All right, gotcha.
Do that. Then the next thing you're gonna just deal with them. Once they pass that, you'll fill out your little form. There's a form that you're gonna get round up, and when you make sure you register for the Section 8 course here. It's the module. You're gonna get they're gonna give you a piece of paper where they want to know who's paying for what. You want to make sure that the tenant pays for all utilities.
Okay.
Okay. You want the tenant paying for all utilities.
Absolutely.
You don't want to have to be responsible for any of that stuff.
No. Mm-hmm.
Round up, what up? Make sure you register your email address below so you can notice when the Section 8 module is done. Okay. So Nicole, you got that. So you're gonna get that.
You want them to pay for all utilities.
Yes, you pay. They pay for all utilities. That's right.
Mm-hmm. What else? And you said, so who gets this form? Like they're gonna give you this form, or
they're gonna give you the form.
Giving you this form to fill out.
The Section 8 tenant will have their voucher in hand, right?
Gotcha.
When they meet with you, they're gonna give it to you. It's like 6 pages.
Okay.
They're gonna ask you a bunch of questions: bed, baths, carpet, garage, whatever. And then it's gonna be one sheet that's gonna say tenant pays for what, landlord pays for what. You're gonna have to make sure you specify.
Okay.
Specify that you're who's paying for what. Make sure you put it all on them, so because you want to be hands off.
Right. So, what are some other things you want them to be responsible for that you put in your leases besides utilities?
Well, utilities is one thing, but the lease, and you can't make them. They can't be responsible for so much because they're under the government. They're under that umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
Lawn care is a big one. You don't want to have to worry about even if is yours a townhouse or a house?
It's a house, but I have an association. They do the lawn.
They do the lawn. How about the flower bed in the front?
They do that.
Okay, so you don't have any exterior maintenance?
No, except to power wash the house, once a year or something like that.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you can do that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, well, you're good then. So if you don't have Roundup, if you don't have an HOA like Nicole does, make sure you put in the lease. Resident is responsible for all lawn care because you don't want your grass getting all messed up.
And then who pays for that for them? Is it them or is it the government? And they're looking like, okay, well, we'll allot you money to do this.
Yeah, they have to take care of that. That's on them to do that.
Okay.
But I mean, here's the thing: if they're not prepared to do that, then this is not the place that they need to be living.
Gotcha.
But you don't have to worry about that anyway.
Mm-mm.
All right, and you'll get my lease too. The big one in the lease. Those air filters. If you have to get the central heating and air cleaned because they did not change out the air filters, then you get to hold back $250 of their security deposit. Okay.
Okay.
That's a big one. You'll get it in the lease too. And Roundup, that'll come with the lease. If you go ahead and register to get notified when the Real Estate Investors Guide for the Section 8 housing module is done, you're going to get that in the lease, in the module too. And we have a matriculation fee. There's a $400 move-out fee. Just whack off the top. Because nobody, at the end of the lease, right, they're expecting to get their security deposit back. We have Hampton University, the one thing they taught me, that matriculation.
Yeah, that's our school. Yeah.
Matriculation fee. I should be like, what? It used to be $500. What is it when you went?
I don't even know.
Probably $1,000.
It probably was. I don't
My
even
matriculation. I had to look that word. Did you look that word up? No doubt you did not know what it was when you arrived.
I did not know what it was. I only stayed on campus for 4 months.
You was done. What was wrong with campus? I don't want to get off. Why didn't you like to boost the people on campus?
See, when you come from the military and then you go to school and you be like, this is not how I'm used to.
High school.
I needed my own space.
I got you. Yeah.
And yeah.
All right. I'll leave you alone. Yeah, you were a different breed, dog. You was a whole nother. You was like a woman going to school. Them people, kids going in there. I bet. Anyway, so $400 matriculation fee Roundup. You don't want to be giving back as much, a lot of that security deposit. You want to hold on to as much of it as you can. So there are, say, if your security deposit is $1,000, off the top, when they move out, you're starting at $600. Okay. All right, and that's in the lease too. Roundup, give your boy a thumbs up if you're learning anything today. I am recording this for the Section 8 module that I'm recording. So if you got some questions that you think others would need to know, put it in there. So you get your resident, you're going to get the inspection sheet. You walk in, check every room, walls, floor, light. You're going to get that, everything, check it right off. Kitchen, living room, bathrooms, go through every room. So they know when they move out, they won't be held accountable for any problems. Mm-hmm. All right. That's the tenant move in out form. You gotta have that. That comes with your module roundup. Then you're good. That's it. I mean, other than that,
So how long does this process take?
From start to
From the
finish.
time that from start to finish, from the time that you go and say it takes only maybe like a week to find the right person in your, the right person.
A week?
Yes.
It's probably going to take longer, but it could be a week. Let's say it takes a week. See, the good
really?
thing about it is, do you live in the unit that you're going to rent out?
Yes.
See, the good thing about it, that's the same thing I did, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I first started Section 8 in 2008, I lived in my unit. I listed it with them.
Okay.
So the good thing about it is they're on your time. I would show it now so you could be like, look, I know you're already approved, but let me find my place to live. You know you got a tenant. So what I did was like, look, you're on my time. When you're the owner, I had to develop this mindset. Okay. You're on my time. I can show it to whoever I want. I'm living here. Once I like you, start doing the process, all that stuff. Then I can start looking for my place because I know I'm rented. I already got a security deposit from you. We can move you in next week, because a lot of people, say for instance, you say you move in next month and then something happens and you say, well, we gotta need one more month. They aren't going to request their security deposit back. They're going to go negotiate with their current landlord and get another month. Mm-hmm. So look, you're on my time. You're on my time, especially when you live in it.
Right. Okay.
But you can show it now. You can have people coming in. You can say, look, you can once a week, every Friday or every Saturday, if people come in or whatever, so they don't come sporadically. It's up to you.
Okay.
You're in the driver's seat.
Right. And then what about are there certain things that the home is supposed to have before you can rent it out to Section 8?
They're going to check.
Make you have certain things?
They're going to check. The main thing they're going to check that you might miss are the windows. All your windows must lock. Round up. Go through the house. Just go through the house. If it doesn't lock, hire somebody to fix it. If the windows don't lock, don't even put it on Section 8 housing. Okay. If you have any tear in the floor coverings, get it fixed. That's why we always use floor tile, ceramic tile. You can take one up, put a new one down. But if you use the El Cheapo linoleum, I'm getting tongue twisted. If you use vinyl flooring, then you got to take the whole thing up. And with carpet, you can take the carpet, right? And here's your carpet, here's your floor. You can if you have a stain, just take a plate, put the plate over top of the stain, cut around it, take that part out, go to your closet, rip out the same color carpet, glue it down in there, and then you can change, inside the closet can be a different color completely, right? Okay. So whenever you have a stain, that is one of the secrets that I've learned over the years. Cut it out, go to the closet, pull it out of the closet and put something new that doesn't match the room inside the closet, so you don't have to change the whole room. Floorings, and they want the place a big stickler that they're looking for. They want it freshly painted and they want it clean. They're going to open up all the drawers and wipe. Clean is what they're looking for.
So when does Section 8 come and do that?
After you've turned in the voucher, you're going to get a voucher from your prospective tenant. You're going to fill it out, take it to the housing department. They're going to process it, take a few days. I've seen this happen in a week. Let me tell you what happens. During the gentrification time, a lot of the projects were torn down.
Correct.
So they were really on it. I mean, it depends on where your tenant is coming from. If they're coming from a project, they can do this in a week. I've seen it done. Okay. They can boom. They'll get it out. But if they're just moving from one house to another, it's going to take about 3 weeks.
Okay.
All right. So you turn it in, take a week. They're going to call you to get on the inspector's schedule. That takes about a week. And then they'll come out and do it. And usually they find something small. I'm an expert, and very rarely do I pass on the first one. Usually it's something small like a door won't lock or an open ground. Go to Lowe's, buy one of those little, it's an electric multimeter you can stick in all of your electrical sockets to make sure that they don't have any open grounds. You can check that before they even come. But the good thing, let me tell you, when they see me now, it's not, I'm not saying I'm bad or I'm not better or worse Roundup, right or wrong. They know that I've taken the time. When they show up, I promise you, I can see their face. They're always like, oh man, you. They're like, because I ask them, I'm like, what are you used to seeing? They're saying, Chris, what we usually see is people trying to cover up stuff. They're trying to cover up stuff, right? So don't do that. If there's something wrong, just fix it, Roundup. And Nicole too. So that when they see me, they're like, you know what? I know you've already been through the house. I'm telling you, man, they don't hold me as hard as some other landlords because they know I've already went through all the stuff with the property. So do that too. Make sure you go through.
Have you lived in most of your units before you rented them out? Section 8? No. Okay.
I think just one or two. I can't imagine so many houses. Probably the one I remember was my first house. That one. My last one I did. Yeah, a couple of them. Yeah, we live in them.
Okay, so you also buy other properties and then rent them out to Section 8.
I will. Yeah, I will. Like when I move out of here, I'm probably going to rent this one to Section 8 where I live now. We got to get a bigger place too. So you list it on there, and then shoot, if you plan on moving 3-4 months, you can let them rearrange. My thing is let them rearrange their schedule. I don't want to rearrange mine. You're the provider.
Right.
Okay. Then you get them in, and that's that. Sounds easy.
It sounds good. Oh, okay. So when you do that, is there a certain way you have to file this on your taxes?
They will give you a 1098 at the end of the year or 1099. So when you sign up for Section 8, right, you're going to have to fill out a 1099 or a W-9. And at the end of the year, they will send you a 1099 that you can give your accountant. Ain't no hiding from that. You can't. My mentor says you can't hide money. Can't hide from money. So you're going to get, all the Section 8 money is you have to pay taxes on it. Ain't no getting around it. Got a question from Jizzle. Can you Section 8 a subject to? Absolutely. That's what I'm going to be doing here when I move out of this house. Subject to is where we buy a house and we just take over the seller's payments. This training is not for subject to, though. That's a whole nother day. Okay. Chris Birch, he's working with a caseworker that can refer tenants that are pre-screened. That's nice. That's nice.
Oh, that is nice.
That's cool. Robel wants to know, Nicole, did you buy this property with creative financing or with traditional financing? Get your questions in, Roundup, if you got any.
Traditional. I have an FHA loan.
I'm not bad at that. You probably got a good interest rate too.
I did.
Good for you. Roundup, while we're doing Q&A, make sure I'm working on the Real Estate Investor's Guide to Section 8 housing. This is going to be included in the training. This video here I'm not going to leave it up. This is going to be a module for the training. Register in the video description so you'll know when the module comes out. Warning, Mary Jane, Section 8 programs, aka, is under HUD. HUD is subjected to budget cuts. Could be. That's true. Mary, I'd like to know what type of budget cuts have you experienced in the past? The only budget cut I've seen is in New. I'm telling you, I want to be real with you. Newport News, I don't like. They've been my least favorite. I've done it there, but they are my least favorite to deal with. They don't have the budget like Hampton, Chesapeake, Portsmouth, Norfolk. I mean, these dudes, budgets. And it all depends on your residence. Depends on the tenant.
Right. Well, I really want to do this, but I know since I live right in a highly military neighborhood,
Yeah,
right next to the base, I'm gonna do what's best for
that's true.
everybody.
There you go. You can screen them. You can screen when they come up. You know what's going on. Chuck T, look them up in the probate system. That's right. You got any other questions, Nicole? I'm gonna go Q&A here if you don't have any.
No, I don't. I was reading yours.
You should care about their credit. Oh, if the tenant loses their voucher during their tenancy, what you gonna do? Well, Mary Jane, they'll be gone. I've
It's
had
in
tenants.
yeah. It's in lease agreement that you give.
No, I mean I've had tenants lose. Yeah, that's Mary Jane. That's a good point. I've had a tenant, right? She started making more money, more money, more money. Then she was paying 80% of the rent. She's like, Chris, I don't even know why I'm turning in my stuff to them anymore. I'm paying $900 some. The rent's only $1,100. Why am I even do this? So we had to eventually part ways, but usually Mary Jane, you're good for a year. It's not like they're gonna have a voucher paying $200 in the first few months, and then a few months in, they're gonna have uh, a large payment increase. They go year by year. They get recertified by the year. Golden Butterfly. Hey, Chris, I'm being told I have to use a different email address to register for the Section 8 module. Why can't I use my Oh, Golden Butterfly. You might already, if you get that. Oh, that's right. If you already get that, then you're already on our list, and we will notify you when it's done. Sorry about that. Andre, what up, dog? Good seeing you. Shay, who pays the HOA association fee? Well, that's up to Nicole. I don't know. Nicole, who do you want them to pay it? You or your tenant?
I'm gonna have my tenant pay it.
Yeah, you can try. I don't know if you can get away with it, but put it on there. I don't know. I've never. Go ahead.
I'll put it, or then I'll just increase the 1,300.
I mean, 1,300, in my opinion, is good for 3-bedroom. Yeah, man. I don't have any that I'm getting 13. The most I'm getting is 12.25 on mine. Sure, so if you can get 1,300, I would take that. But they'll do a rent reasonableness, and then they'll come back to you. They'll say, Nicole, I know you want 1,300, but we can only pay 1,150. So you'll have to make a decision whether you want to take that tenant or not.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha. And that's my other question. So it depends on the tenant theirself, right?
Yes, every tenant's different.
Because some of them probably get more money than. Oh yeah.
You're right. Some people have a special needs child. They get a little more. Some children, some kids have 4 children. You just don't know. I don't know. Every parent is different.
Downstairs room. So
is that another bedroom?
There's a room and a bathroom on the first floor too.
Okay, that's good. That's a plus. But they don't judge the Newport News does not judge the unit by the amenities.
Gotcha.
That's another reason why I didn't like Newport News. So Hampton, if you got a freshly renovated house, they'll look at it differently than a house that's older. But Newport News, they're going to judge your unit based on whatever they pay for 3 bedrooms is across the board.
Okay, so now say for my next time when I want to do a Section 8 house, but it's not the house that I live in. Mm-hmm. It's a house that I see a property like take for example in Hampton, and I say, oh, I want to buy that one. So I can buy that one and then rent it out for Section 8.
Oh yeah, I would. Yeah. Nowadays, even with I do a lot of lease options, and even down payments are kind of slim around here. So Section 8. Yeah, I've seen them pay 13, 14, 1,500 for 3 bedrooms in Hampton. Now, when I did Section 8 in Newport News many, many years ago, the most you could get was $875. If you remember, we saw a lot of $875 on the website too. Mm-hmm. So hopefully it went up. I don't know. That will be on you to find out.
Right.
Shay, does the utilities include electric? How specific do you have to be? Do you have to put phone, cable, internet? Good question. So if you register for the Real Estate Investors Guide to Section 8 housing, I'm going to show you one of those one of those sheets. Cable is not one of them. That's a luxury. But where is it at? Electric. Yeah, you have to put down their electric, gas, water, sewer, trash, refrigerator. I let them, they put as much on them as you can. Phone, no, you don't have to put the phone. Do I use a property manager? No, I do not. We manage our own stuff. Oops, sorry about that. Jack Frost, smoke detectors. Yes, you have to have smoke detectors in every room. That is absolutely right. You're right. Mm-hmm. Roxy, hey, do you allow tenants to paint the walls any color? We do not allow our tenants to paint. There should be no reason for them to have to paint anything. You don't want amateurs painting, because then what's going to happen? They're going to mess the flooring up, and don't do that. Good question, though, Roxy. Jack, doors closed. That's right. Every door has to close and lock. So you know how sometimes in your house you might have a bedroom door that doesn't latch. Like I know I've got them. Or even a closet door or a bathroom door that doesn't latch and lock. You got to change it out. Get it fixed. Every door. And if you have, the front door has to have a deadbolt on one side and be able to turn it. Keyed on one side, because I used to have keyed on both sides in my house. One side has to be hand turned and one side has to be keyed. So check those two. Mm-hmm. You got to have a Jack Frost, hot water tank, furnace, no leaks. Yep, all grounded. Make sure, just go to Lowe's. It's like $10. You can buy one of those little, I keep one in my car. You stick it in, just go to Lowe's and ask them, do you have one of those electrical outlet testers? And they'll take it in there for you. Great info. Thank you, EO. Heat one up. When renting a single family home to Section 8, do you have to include the basement? We don't have basements here, but yes, you can't rent portion of the home. Now, I have had it where I've rented the house and not the garage, but the garage was detached, or perhaps a storage shed. You can get away with that, but I don't know about the house.
The basement.
The basement. Yeah, you're going to have to do the whole basement. And Nicole, you're probably going to have some good old rooster sniffing around the hen house too with these units here. I found that, and I'm not judging anybody, not saying it's not my place. But usually the ladies, they have some type of a relationship with a gentleman that likes to hang out in the property.
Yeah, so that's another thing
that's against code, though.
I know. And I don't want that.
Can't be mad at them. My thing is, look, man, as long as y'all don't mess around, but sometimes people will report them.
Right.
So it's part of life. I'm just letting you know, if you show up or you call and it's a guy there, you don't know who he is. That's one of the things that I have just kind of just grown to just say, you know what? Just part of doing business. You usually won't have to talk to them unless you go do some type of repair. Mm-hmm. But 9 out of 10 are going to have some rooster at the hen house. Is that a good way? Is that a good analogy? I don't want to. My ladies gonna get mad at me.
No, it's not that. I just always feel like if they don't have somewhere for you to come, your house ain't it.
Because that's personal. That's
you have kids. So if they gotta be in your residence, that's not the one for you.
We'll leave that for another training. That's true though. Leave that for another training. Samuel, hey, can you sub to a property that has been condemned by the city? Yes, you can sub to it, to the loan and to the back taxes. I got one now where the title company is trying to make me pay the back taxes. You don't have to. But eventually you'll have to pay them, but not at closing. Hey, Josh. Oh, hey, welcome, my friend. Make sure you get signed up to get notification when the Real Estate Investor's Guide to Section 8 Housing comes out. That link is in the video description. All it is just an email we'll send you. Putting in the work. Do you have a pet deposit? Do I allow pets? I wish there was a no animal phrase you could place in your contract, but you cannot dispute therapy animals. That is a good point. If you got a pet, we don't allow pets. I've done it. Always ends up bad. For some reason, people do not like my pet. You don't even know I have a pet. A real good pet owner, you can't smell them. You won't even tell that they're there. But generally what I've seen with and this is just from my experience with my Section 8 homies, they don't I don't know. They love pit bulls, and not all of them. It's not everybody. I'm just generalizing. We don't allow pets unless it's a therapy dog, and then I guess I'd have to, but yeah, I don't want any pets. Damon, where can I register for Chris Section 8 class? It's in the video description below. I'm working on a training course for you. It will be done very soon. Walk you step by step. You're going to get all my documents too. You got to have this stuff. The application is so important. Robel, according to Eviction Lab, Richmond, Hampton, Newport News have some of the highest. That's true. Yeah, I'm hearing that. BR Brown Bomba. Don't tell everyone you own Section 8 you don't have a problem, right? I don't know what that means. All right, Nicole, anything else you got for this? Section 8 housing, one of my favorite sources of income, guaranteed.
Right. And that's how I look at it too. I guess just really trying to rent it to the right family. I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Everybody deserves a chance, and I just pray that the right one gets to live here.
You sound like you get a little emotional. You might want to hire somebody like me to pre-screen. People pay me to pre-screen their
Really?
Section 8 tenant. Oh yeah, I'm doing this stuff all the time.
Yeah, I'll be like, Chris, come with me because I want to see how it's done now. Like the New Yorker is in me, but you know what I'm saying?
You're right.
It's in me, but I sure will. I'm like, come on, Chris, I got a house. Tell me when you. I got a client.
See, the problem is for you. I'm sensing, and I don't know. Even for me, when it's your home, you just got too much emotion. Too much emotion going on. Too much emotion. I've seen. This is why people don't sell me their houses on their foreclosure, right? The foreclosures tomorrow. They're all emotional, and I've been there. I've lost 3 houses to foreclosure, so I understand. But I mean, since doing this since 2004, I don't have an emotion anymore. It's just how it is. But for when it's your home, it's hard to take that emotion out of it. It's not like your rental property in Portsmouth or in another state where you're like, whatever. So when you move out, it's like your baby. So yeah, I would highly. You don't have to hire me, but just have somebody to give you when you go there. I know you do. I know. But I can sense that you're a little emotional with this property because you're moving out, and you're doing the right thing. I did the same thing.
No, and I know I'm doing the right thing. I know, and it's still like, even though I'm renting it out, I still have it though. Like, so it's like, oh, your 3 years is up. Like,
there you go. You ain't even moving back.
Write something in there. As far as you have to evict them early because of something they did. What are some of those things? Like, do you write in your lease?
No, that's automatically on there. If they break another big one, I've only had to evict one Section 8 tenant in my entire career.
And what was that?
One.
What was that for?
This lady, mental illness is a beast.
Oh, okay.
She was sweet to me, and then after she got in, whoo boy. I talk about it in the course too. This woman used to curse out my contractors. She would curse out me when I came to show up. Once she would, what you doing? Why you come here? But the straw that broke the camel's back was one day the sewer line got clogged up, and she was a little dirty too. So she had brought roaches to my place. And let me tell you how she got in. She was homeless. She had moved out of her place, so I couldn't do a pre-screen her. This is why I say do a home visit. But this one is on a challenged area of town, right? So I was a little nervous about getting somebody in. So I couldn't do a home visit. She moved in. The sewer line got clogged up later down the line. I went to get it, and there were a bunch of condoms in the sewer line and a bunch of condoms, right? And some other feminine products. But the condoms, I'm like, why are condoms in the sewer line? You're not supposed to. So I asked her, I'm like, Miss Smith, do you know where these came from? And then I think I said, well, Miss Smith, would you mind telling your friends not to put these in the sewer lines? She goes, friends. I have one friend. I'm like, okay. How about this? Ask your wife where they came from.
What?
I'm like, where is this coming from? Why I just asked you not to put condoms in the
I guess you offended her with the friends. You could have been like, your friend, can you make sure these don't go down?
Nicole, she screamed at me, ask your wife. MF, ask your wife who would it. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. So you can evict them at any time, actually. You can if it's not working out for you, but they can't move at any time. Your lease has a 90-day notice. So they have to give you 90 days before you move out, but you only have to give them 30. So your lease is important, Roundup. You gotta have the right lease for this stuff. Ask your wife.
So they have to give you 90 days, but you're able to say you gotta go.
30 days, yeah. This is your 30-day notice. The lease. Yeah, you gotta have it. Once again, man, I always think about the beginning of this country. The laws and the tax codes are reserved for the landowners, Nicole. They built the system for the landowners, right?
Okay, yes.
So now that you're landowner, we make the rules. You got to give me 90 days notice, or maybe 60 days, whatever is in the lease. But you want to have enough time to find a new tenant, as much time as possible.
Yeah, I like 90.
Put that on there. Yeah, well, you'll get the lease, no biggie. Thomas, evicted a lot of Section 8, but never submitted them for lose benefits. Yeah, that's true. Don't put if you evict them, you don't have to file a judgment against him.
No.
Is that it, Nicole?
That's what I'm thinking of. And then what would you say is a time frame that you would do it again? Like after a year?
Do what again?
Like rent out Section 8 again. Not, like buying another property and then renting it out to Section 8. Or is there a time period? Like, do you have to wait like a year?
No, there is no time. No, they don't. You can, as many houses, they have way more tenants than they have housing. They are happy to get more housing. Anytime. I mean, as soon as you get out, do your next one, or whatever as fast as you can.
Okay.
As fast as you can. Shoot. They're always looking for, I'm telling you, man, there's just not enough housing to go around.
All right.
They treat you like a queen when you show up down there. They love you. All right. What else?
They treat me like a queen and give me that 13 or more, right?
I can't promise that. They'll treat you good, but I can't promise they'll give you that. All right. If that's it, Roundup, that's all I got for you. This video, it will be up for one day. I'm taking it down. It will be a part of your real estate investor's guide to Section 8 housing. Make sure you register for that. You're just going to register to get notification when it's complete. I've been working on it for a month now. Good stuff. Okay, Nicole. Is that it?
Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, guys. Bye, everybody.